Imagine being able to focus so intensely that you can accomplish in a few hours what might take others days. Today, we're diving into Deep Work by Cal Newport, a book that explores how to harness the power of focused, uninterrupted work to achieve extraordinary results. Whether you're a student, a professional, or someone simply looking to enhance your productivity, Deep Work offers insights that can truly transform how you approach your tasks. Let's get started on this journey toward mastering one of the most valuable skills in our increasingly distracted world. Deep Work: Rules for Focused Success in a Distracted World by Cal Newport is a compelling exploration of the value and power of deep work activities performed in a state of distraction-free concentration that push your cognitive capabilities to their limit. In an era dominated by constant connectivity and shallow work, Newport advocates for cultivating the ability to focus deeply on complex tasks to achieve extraordinary results. The book is a guide for anyone looking to enhance their productivity and achieve higher levels of success through concentrated effort and purposeful work. What is deep work? Imagine a world where your mind is completely absorbed in a task. There's no distraction from your phone, no emails popping up, no sudden urge to scroll through social media. You're so focused that hours pass by without you even noticing. That, in a nutshell, is deep work. Cal Newport describes it as the ability to focus without distraction on a cognitively demanding task. It's the kind of work that produces real value and helps you learn complicated things quickly. Newport contrasts this with shallow work, the kind of tasks that are easy, often performed while multitasking, like replying to emails, attending routine meetings, or scrolling through social media. These tasks don't require much brain power, but they're often the ones that fill up our day, leaving little room for the deep, meaningful work that truly drives progress. Why deep work matters: the competitive edge. In the digital age, where distractions are everywhere, the ability to perform deep work is increasingly rare and incredibly valuable. Newport gives examples of highly successful individuals who thrive on deep work. Take Carl Jung, for instance. At the height of his career, Jung built a retreat in the Swiss countryside where he would escape to immerse himself in his work, free from the distractions of his bustling practice in Zurich. This wasn't just a luxury. Jung knew that deep work was essential for making breakthroughs in his thinking, something that would have been impossible amidst the constant demands of his daily life. Similarly, tech entrepreneur and investor Bill Gates was known for his Think Weeks, where he would isolate himself in a cabin, away from the daily operations of Microsoft, to read, think, and plan for the future. These weeks were crucial for him, allowing him the space to come up with big ideas, like the vision for Microsoft Windows. In both cases, deep work provided these individuals with the clarity and focus to achieve extraordinary outcomes in their fields. Newport argues that the ability to engage in such work will become increasingly important as automation and artificial intelligence take over more routine tasks. Those who can think deeply, solve complex problems, and produce high-quality work will have a significant edge. The Rules of Deep Work: A Guide to Mastery. Newport doesn't just stop at the theory, he provides actionable steps to incorporate deep work into your life. Here are the 4 rules, enriched with examples. 1. Work deeply. Deep work doesn't happen by accident. It requires intention. Newport emphasizes the importance of creating rituals and routines that support deep work. For example, author and historian Mason Curry, in his book Daily Rituals, documents how many great minds, from Charles Darwin to Ludwig van Beethoven, had strict daily routines that allowed them to focus on their work. Newport suggests setting aside specific times of the day for deep work, where distractions are minimized. For instance, if you're a morning person, you might dedicate the first 2 hours of your day to deep work. During this time, turn off your phone, close your email, and immerse yourself fully in the task at hand. He also encourages the use of deep work rituals, such as working in the same location, wearing the same clothes, or even using the same pen. These rituals signal to your brain that it's time to focus, helping you transition into a deep work state more easily. 2. Embrace boredom. Our brains have become accustomed to constant stimulation. We're always reaching for our phones, filling every spare moment with a quick check of social media or a game. But this constant distraction comes at a cost. It weakens our ability to focus. Newport argues that to train your brain for deep work, you must rewire it to tolerate boredom. For example, instead of reaching for your phone the next time you're waiting in line, try just standing there and letting your mind wander. This might feel uncomfortable at first, but it's a crucial step in building the mental resilience needed for deep work. He also suggests incorporating periods of deep play activities that require focus and skill, but are enjoyable, like playing a musical instrument or engaging in a complex hobby. These activities help train your brain to stay focused for longer periods. 3. Quit social media. Social media is designed to be addictive. Every like, comment, and notification is a hit of dopamine, pulling you away from deep work. Newport challenges the notion that being constantly connected is necessary for success. He introduces the idea of the craftsman approach to tool selection, where you evaluate tools based on whether they serve your goals. For example, if you're a writer, Twitter might be a valuable tool for connecting with readers, but is it worth the time it takes away from writing? Newport suggests conducting a 30-day social media detox, where you eliminate all non-essential tools and assess how it impacts your productivity and happiness. A real-world example is author and professor Cal Newport himself, who avoids social media entirely. Despite or perhaps because of this, he has built a successful career, demonstrating that you don't need to be constantly connected to succeed. 4. Drain the shallows. Shallow work is often inevitable, but Newport advises minimizing it as much as possible. He recommends strategies like batching tasks, grouping similar shallow tasks together to complete them all at once, rather than letting them interrupt your deep work throughout the day. For instance, instead of checking your email every 10 minutes, set specific times during the day to handle emails. This way, you're not constantly switching between deep and shallow work, which can be mentally exhausting. Newport also suggests setting strict boundaries for shallow work. For example, if you're in a leadership position, delegate tasks that don't require your unique skills, freeing up more time for deep work. Making deep work a habit. Practical steps. Implementing deep work in your life is a gradual process. Start by carving out small chunks of time each day dedicated to deep work and build from there. For example, a writer might start by dedicating the first hour of the day to writing, before checking emails or engaging in other tasks. As you develop the habit, you'll find it easier to extend these periods of deep work. Over time, you might even be able to spend entire days in deep work mode, producing work that's not just good, but groundbreaking. The impact of deep work, a transformation. When you commit to deep work, the transformation is profound. You'll find that not only do you get more done, but the quality of your work improves dramatically. You'll also experience a greater sense of satisfaction, knowing that you're making meaningful progress on the things that matter most. Consider the example of author J.K. Rowling, who famously checked into a hotel to finish the final Harry Potter book, free from distractions. By isolating herself and focusing intensely, she was able to complete a complex and highly anticipated work that captivated millions. In the end, deep work is about reclaiming your ability to focus in a world that's constantly vying for your attention. It's about producing work that's not just a tick on your to-do list, but something that truly makes a difference. Here are some additional aspects we can explore. The 4 types of deep work philosophies. Newport outlines 4 different approaches or philosophies to deep work, depending on your job, lifestyle, and personal preferences. 1. The monastic approach. This involves completely cutting off all shallow work and distractions to focus solely on deep work. Example, novelist Neil Stevenson famously avoids all interviews and public engagements, focusing entirely on his writing. 2. The bimodal approach. This philosophy involves dedicating stretches of time to deep work and then spending the rest on other tasks. Example, Carl Jung used this approach, dedicating months at his retreat for deep work and the rest for his clinical practice. 3. The rhythmic approach. In this approach, you create a routine where deep work is a regular part of your day. Example, author Stephen King writes every morning from 8 a.m. to noon, making deep work a daily habit. 4. the journalistic approach. This involves fitting deep work into your schedule whenever you can, even if it's irregular. Example: Walter Isaacson, while working on his biography of Steve Jobs, would work deeply in short, intense bursts whenever he had a free moment. The importance of a shutdown ritual. Newport emphasizes the need for a clear transition between work and leisure. He suggests creating a shutdown ritual to end your workday, which could be as simple as checking your email one last time, writing down any lingering tasks, and then declaring the workday over. This helps your mind disengage from work so you can fully relax and recharge. The role of the environment. Your environment plays a crucial role in how effectively you can engage in deep work. Newport suggests creating a workspace that is conducive to focus. This might mean a quiet office with a closed door, a minimalist setup with no distractions, or even a public space like a library or a cafe, if that helps you focus better. Deep work and creativity. While deep work is often associated with productivity and efficiency, it's also crucial for creativity. Newport argues that creative insights often come after long periods of deep thinking. For example, many famous writers and artists would take long walks, allowing their minds to wander deeply into their work, which often led to breakthrough ideas. The social aspect of deep work. While deep work is often a solitary activity, Newport acknowledges that collaboration is sometimes necessary. He suggests finding ways to balance deep work with collaborative work, such as setting aside specific times for meetings or group work, while reserving other times strictly for deep work. Real-world challenges to deep work. Newport doesn't shy away from the fact that implementing deep work can be challenging, especially in modern workplaces that often value constant availability. He offers advice on how to communicate your deep work habits to colleagues and supervisors, such as setting clear boundaries or explaining the benefits of deep work to your productivity and, ultimately, to the team's success. Putting it into practice. Now, how do you take these ideas and apply them to your life? Newport suggests starting small. Maybe dedicate just 1 hour a day to deep work at first. During this time, eliminate all distractions, turn off your phone, close your email, and focus on one task. As you get better at it, gradually increase the amount of time you spend in deep work. It's also important to protect your deep work time. This means saying no to certain requests or setting boundaries with colleagues. It might feel uncomfortable at first, but remember that the goal is to do work that truly matters. The benefits. When you make deep work a regular part of your routine, the benefits are profound. You'll find that you're able to produce higher quality work in less time. You'll feel more satisfied with your accomplishments because you're doing work that's meaningful. And perhaps most importantly, you'll be giving your mind the chance to truly engage with the world, free from the distractions that so often hold us back. In a world where our attention is constantly under siege, deep work is a call to reclaim our ability to focus deeply and achieve things that are truly significant. It's about building a life where what you do is meaningful and fulfilling, because it's not just about working harder, but about working smarter. So, as you think about how to bring more deep work into your life, remember that it's not about perfection, but progress. I hope this summary gives you a clear and relatable understanding of the book. Thank you for listening.